So after our third place finish in the World Cup of 2022, we're now 5th in the world rankings. Not looking terribly likely that we're going to get to world number 1 by the end of FM17, but we'll try our best, and maybe our last hope is victory in the European International League. I mean, somebody pointed out in the comments how ridiculous that sounds, the European International League. It's actually the UEFA Nations League in real life, so hopefully that'll be patched for next year in the real names fix. But yeah, we've got Belgium in our group for that, as well as Poland. Hey guys, welcome back to Small Football Manager 2017 and part 26 of the road to world number 1 with England. Apologies, there hasn't been an episode for about a week now, and that's mainly because I've been doing special videos this week, such as the FM Draft League. I've been finishing off the Palace Push, and I've also been sort of telling you about my Football Manager 2018 plans, which hopefully drops next week. So we're just going to have a weekend of this save, and I think the finale will be on Sunday. So it'll be daily this weekend, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Sunday will be the last Football Manager 2017 video on the channel, which is really sad. So yeah, it's going to be an emotional one. Hopefully we can have some success to go along with it. Today we've got 2 matches, one against Belgium and one against Poland. Quite a gap in between the episodes, so if I change clothes, you know why. But yeah, so since the last episode we've only had 1 game, and I mean, looking at this, we've been in such good form the last few years, ever since that 6-1 defeat to Greece in the Euro quarter-final. We've only not won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games in the end, which is not too bad. 3 of them were in competitive sort of matches, which is a shame. But you know, this year the form looks good, and I think we're building something a little bit special. But in between episodes we played Venezuela, beat them 5-1, Harry Kane scoring with Rashford, Frost getting a couple, and Ashley Hunt scoring as well, who's made his debut. He is a regen and he's a striker for West Bromwich Albion. He hasn't particularly played well in his few years as a professional footballer, but he's come in, grabbed a goal on his England debut. That's not too bad at all. So hopefully we can do something good against Belgium today. They are 3rd in the FIFA World Rankings. Of course, they are the reigning, well, they're not the World Cup holders. Are they the Euro holders? I'm really not sure. Let's just have a look at the competitions they've won. Yeah, they were the reigning world champions. They're not now, obviously, because I think Holland won it in the end, the team that put us out. Thank you for all the support on the sort of spoof video that I did about the most heartbreaking defeat in Football Manager ever. If you did watch that, thank you very much for the support. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's have a look at the team for today. We've got Forster in goal, we've got Klein, Dyer, Stones and Shaw. Very solid defence there. It's pretty harmonious, to say the least. Forster, you know, he's still playing at a top-level Premier League club in Southampton. He's still getting clean sheets up there. It's only a matter of time, though, surely, before Jack Butland takes over. He's been playing consistent football for the last few years. And you know what? It might be time to bring in Mr. Jack Butland and see how he does in this match. You know, if he does rubbish, then we'll bring Forster back in for the Poland game. But yeah, Jack Butland will start in goal and get his 13th cap for England. Didn't know he had that many. Anyway, Ward-Prowse and Henderson in the centre of midfield seems quite preferable at the moment, with Chamberlain, Ali and Rashford behind Harry Kane up front. These should all be at the peak of their abilities. We've got the likes of Ross Barkley that can come in, Reece Nelson, who is knocking on the door of Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain for the right-hand side of midfield. But it is going to be tough against Belgium today. Could quite easily go quite wrong. The league table is back after it went offline in the Palace Push episode. The final Palace Push episode was out on Thursday, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but here's Henderson to Rashford now. Rashford on the ball. Come on, that's bad. Here's Hazard, and now Klein. Here's Dyer to Ward-Prowse, to Chamberlain, to Ward-Prowse, to Henderson, to Rashford, and Harry Kane puts it in the back of the net for his 62nd international goal. And within 10 minutes here, we're 1-0 up against the Belgians. This is exactly the performance I wanted after the World Cup. Build on that third place in the World Cup and try and really build something. And if we can win all of our matches between now and the European League final, i.e. be in it, I think we could be world number 1 by the end of this series. Fingers crossed, but we're going to need a victory to start that today. And this isn't what I wanted. Butland comes out and collects safely. A bit of pressure on us here. Most definitely. De Bruyne into the middle, and Butland comes out and collects safely again, and he gets it away, but to nobody. Here's Rashford. Can we score on the counter-attack here? No, we can't. Here's Origi, and now to De Bruyne, to Origi again. It's feeling like a Belgium goal is on the cards. Bastin, and Hazard puts it in the back of the net, and it's 1-1. It just felt very bad because we kept losing the ball. Origi finally got in it. Well, it was actually Bastin, but then Hazard with a good header. Butland maybe could have done a bit better, but we're not going to attach too much of the blame to him. So Belgium currently top of the group. They obviously beat Poland by 2 goals by the looks of that. But yeah, that means we definitely need a draw or a victory today to sort of take points off them. Origi and now De Bruyne. What a save! What a double save from Jack Butland. That was fantastic. From England's new number 1, if he keeps that sort of form. Let's just give them a bit of a rollicking at half-time. Try and fire them up into the second half. I think Dele Alli isn't playing well enough, so maybe in about 10 minutes we'll make a change there. Belgium on the ball here though. This isn't good. We haven't really turned up since the first 10 minutes. Here's Hazard into the middle, and Dyer gets it away. That was a wonderful clearance, but De Bruyne, you can't stop that. And it's now 2-1, and it is time to make these changes. Dele Alli is coming off, and we're going to put Ross Barkley in behind. I feel like he deserves his chance. De Bruyne, though, what a shot that was. Lukaku with the assist. And a scissor kick from De Bruyne, and it's 2-1 now. Not good. Why is Harry Kane the captain? That shouldn't be a thing, should it? I'm sure we haven't changed captains. It should still be Jordan Henderson, unless he resigned after the World Cup and I didn't notice. Captains. What? I don't remember doing that. Goodness me. Ward-Prowse is going to come off now. Going to put Lewis Cook on. We're going to bring on Reece Nelson and see what he can do. We've got 23, 25 minutes to try and get back into this game. Here's Barkley on the ball, one of the substitutes who's lost the ball. Here's Origi now to whoever this is. Can we get a good tackle in? No. And it's Mambu. Oh, great save from Jack Butland. Belgium could definitely be 3 or 4 up here if it wasn't for Butland today. Oh, Henderson, bad tackle, yellow card. But we'll have a look in between matches today. What happened with the captaincy? Here's Barkley. That's forward to Harry Kane, the new captain. Oh, and he puts it in the back of the net, and it's 2-2. 75 minutes played, and Harry Kane scores his 63rd goal for England. And what a precious finish that is, under pressure. Brilliant from Harry Kane. And it's 2-2 now. We've got 10 minutes to go. Could go either way this game. We're not going to change anything tactically because, you know, whether we draw or lose, it's much of a muchness, really. But No, we'd certainly like to win this game. Henderson with the corner. And here's Cook. And Barkley puts it at the back of the net. Alright then, it's 3-2. We need to make some big changes here. We're going to put Barkley back into the midfield. We're going to put Cook and Henderson as defensive midfielders. And we're going to go defensive. We're going to go very deep. We're going to go fairly wide. Much higher tempo. Discipline. Stick to position. Stay on feet. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Clear balls to flanks. Hit early crosses. Dribble less. Yeah. Let's do that. But Ross Barkley, what a goal that is. Lewis Cook with the assist. A lovely layoff there, and it just bounced around in the box. But Cook managed to get the back heel to Barkley, who shot it right into the bottom right corner. And we're 3-2 up here with a minute left. Henderson on the ball. Can he get there again? No, he can't. Origi, is the referee going to blow full time? Yes, he is. It's full time here in this match. I thought that was a penalty or something there. That was terrifying. But we've won 3-2. What a performance that is. Away from home as well. And now we have the advantage in the group. We've beat the favourites away from home. And now we have the chance. But let's have a look at what's happened to captains. I certainly don't remember. There. Henderson steps aside as England captain. Following a good showing from his England side at the FIFA World Cup, Jordan Henderson decided he had held the captaincy for long enough and it was time for someone else to have a go. Henderson said he'd made up his mind in the dressing room after England's final World Cup game, but decided to wait until the tournament was over to go public with the news. Jordan Henderson has reassured his manager that he's not considering retiring. Very interesting. I just imagine I just pressed OK on this and that's what happened. So yeah, Harry Kane is the new England captain. I mean, there's nothing we can do to change that. Who would I have went for? Probably Harry Kane, to be honest with you, and Eric Dyer as the the vice captain. So no, I'm pretty happy with that, but I'm glad we got to the bottom of the the captaincy gate, I guess. But now we'll go on to play Poland in the next game and really look to press home the advantage. Here we are then for the Poland match. It's certainly going to be an interesting one, I think. We're at home though, and Poland are currently ranked 48th in the world. It really should be a match that we win. Lewandowski no longer playing for Poland, so hopefully that means that we won't get beat. We will just have a little look at this. Robert Lewandowski, he is at Bayern Munich. I'm assuming he's just retired from international duty. Yes, there, 2020 he retired from, but he's still banging in the goals. Goodness me, is he still banging in the goals. 308 goals in 484 appearances. That is the only season that he scored less than 10 goals in a season. That is insane. And since then, he's scored at least 17 goals in every single season. Wow. What a player Robert Lewandowski is. Anyway, distracted there. A couple of changes to tell you about. We've moved Dele Alli into a deeper role in midfield and rewarded Barkley for his great performance last time, scoring the winner against Belgium by putting him in behind the strike. And we've also put Reece Nelson on the right hand side. It's a very, very sort of average age of 28 in the squad, and I think that's really, really good. You know, to have that sort of average age, it means that by the next World Cup they should all be at their peak. And you know, whether Henderson will make it to the next World Cup, I don't know. He's 32, he'd be 36 by the next World Cup. You don't know. You never know. You might do a old Stevie G on us, but here we go. Let's get into it. Hopefully we can really stamp our authority on the group and get a good victory today against Poland. And obviously we want to beat them by more than 2 goals. So that we sort of better Belgium's result. That's into the middle. It's away though. We need to get a good tackle in here because, well, we have done, sure, to Stones now. But yeah, again, We've lost the ball, and this happened against Belgium, but what a save from Butland. That also happened against Belgium. Butland definitely going to be the number one for us for the foreseeable future, you would think. He's made some cracking saves in these last 2 matches, and I'm hoping that that'll continue going into the next lot of matches, which is the reversal of these games. So we'll be away against Poland and then at home to Belgium, and hopefully we can go through in this group, but we still haven't had a chance, to be honest with you, and Poland are keeping us out quite well here. Stones forward to Rashford, now into the middle, and Kane puts it in the back of the net. You just have to give him a chance and he'll stick it in the back of that net, and it's 64 goals internationally for Harry Kane. Will he get to 100 in his career? He's 29 right now. That's averaging 10 international goals a year for the next 4 years. Debatable whether he can pull that off, but we're going to say we're not happy with the performance so far, because we're not, to be quite honest with you. We're going to give Ashley Hunt a go. We'll give you guys a look at him and see what you think. So let's get into it. Ross Barkley disappointing there in that first half, to be honest with you. He has Henderson to Kane. Nelson now into the middle, and well, Stones didn't manage to get in, and Luke Shaw on his own back here. Don't lose it, son. Well, he goes all the way back to Butland, and now we're under pressure again. It's away, and that's forward again. And I tell you what, that was reminiscent of a Stevie G slip there. Butland away to Nelson now. This is interesting. That's forward to Harry Kane. Can he get forward? Henderson to Rashford now. To Dele Alli to Rashford again. A Hunt, and a good save by Szczesny, who's still playing interestingly. I mean, it's only 6 years in the future. It's not that interesting, is it? But, yeah. 1-0 here. We're not looking great, and we certainly want to get another goal to at least match Belgium's result. Here's Kane now to Dele Alli to Henderson. Jordan Henderson on the ball, into the middle, and Rashford gets that second goal, and it's 2-0, and that's a great goal to get. And Henderson with a wonderful cross into the box, and a beautiful header by Marcus Rashford, and nothing that Wojciech Szczesny could do there. 2-0 now, and looking comfortable. 64 minutes gone. Dele Alli not doing the best, so we're going to bring on James Ward-Prowse. We're also going to bring on Matty Frost up front, because I feel like although Harry Kane has scored a goal, he hasn't been at his best today, so we're going to bring Matty Frost on and see what he can do. We might change that if Harry Kane scores another goal, though. Here's Dele Alli to Nelson. Ooh, Henderson loses it. Dyer. Let's forward to Hunt. Now to Rashford. Rashford on the ball to Dele Alli to Hunt. Now to Harry Kane, and it's a penalty. It is a penalty. We've made the substitutions. Number 5. Oh, John Stones, why are you taking the penalty? He steps up and he scores, though. It's 3-0. That's what we're talking about. That is the kind of performance we wanted. The scoreline we wanted. Not necessarily the performance. The scoreline is what we wanted today. And a good penalty from John Stones. Don't know why it wasn't Henderson or something like that. Milik. Now to Jilk, I guess. I don't know how to say many of these names. Here's Hunt now to Ward-Prowse to Henderson. That's all the way forward to Rashford, but he couldn't quite get there. Szczesny now on the ball. It's away. Good header by Stones. Here's Ward-Prowse to Henderson to Rashford. Come on, son. Rashford to Henderson to Matty Frost. That's forward to Hunt. And, well, Hunt's had a couple of chances in that 18-yard box, but a couple of misses. Close misses, but misses nonetheless. Klein now forward to Nelson. Into the middle. Here's Ward-Prowse now to Henderson. Nelson again, and into the middle, and Rashford gets his second goal of the game. We're now 4-0 up. We're starting to get there. Poland's fitness probably not doing them any favours, and we're just looking the much better team now. And Marcus Rashford getting his second goal there. And it's now 4-0. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. This is exactly the result we wanted. You know, a lot of the players will hopefully step up their performances again as we get into the next round of matches. But 4-0, what a brilliant episode. 6 points out of 6 points in the group so far. and we can go into the second round of fixtures. A win against Poland might be enough. But we'll just have to see if we can beat Poland away from home, or at least get a draw or something like that, and then take it back to Wembley and beat Belgium in the next episode. But that is all for now. If you've enjoyed that, make sure you leave a like down below. It honestly means the absolute world to me and really does mean a lot for the channel as well. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.